Namaskaram. So I am Parshu, also known as Prasad, and from couple of months I am making some videos like travel and all this. So many people were asking, Anna make videos in English, Hindi, or some other language. That is common to many people. But I am making in Marathi just because I want to make Sadhguru, inner engineering, save soil, and other things to reach as many people in Maharashtra as it can, and it worked actually. So the reason is that when someone talks in your native language, there is a different kind of bond, and what we can say means there is another level of involvement in watching and listening to videos. So that's why I'm making videos in Marathi. And then after the last video that I made on bhairavi Devi, how she helped my mother from some occult things, and many people were disturbed that I believe in such things, and they were supposed to say that means I'm a medical student and I must not involve in such things. But actually, when people are doing something to you, you can't run away from that. So the story begins in 2021 when my mother was having some stomach ache and other medical conditions due to having too much of medicines because of some other medical conditions. So now the thing was clear until 2022 that it is a medical condition. Uh, till the night before Mahashivratri night. So what happened on the night before Mahashivratri night? Someone took my mother's sari that was hanging outside our house, and we thought just because we live in industrial area, so many people are like this, stealing things and gifting to their wife, and this all nonsense is going all around. So we took in that perspective, and then after the day after that, my mother was having an intense severe stomach ache, and then we took her to hospital, did sonography, MRI, and all other things that were required. So what happened, it was clear that she was having a cancer of uterus. So we just removed her uterus, and then after till 1 2 months it was everything was fine. Then after, someone again took my mother's clothes, and now I remembered a Sadhguru's video that Sadhguru was saying that someone can do occult and cause harm to you just by taking clothes, nails, hairs, and things like that. So now it was clear that someone is trying something abnormal, because it was not a coincidence that the second time someone took my mother's clothes, and again she was in some kind of ailment, like now she was having piles. It was too much bleeding and all that, and even before that she was a anemic patient, so it was too much worse for her. Then we tried everything. Now this time nothing was working, nothing means nothing. So it was clear for me that something abnormal is having here. Then I investigated around and found that there were many people who were doing, they were involved in occult, tantra, and all these things. So I thought now it's the time that we must get some help, and only the person I can trust first hand was Sadhguru. So I thought, okay, Sadhguru has given me answer of everything, and now for this time also he will help. And then I went through all Sadhguru's videos, articles, and everything, and I found that someone who is affected due to tantra must be taken to Dhanalinga, and it was not possible because of my mother's ailments and her medical condition. So what I thought then, she must be doing inner engineering, or she must do that, but she was not capable or mentally capable that she must be doing these things. So then after trying too much things, I did one thing, that I bought just a Abhay Sutra and tied to my mother's wrist. And till this day, I am shocked or surprised for that thing, that the just another day after tying a Abhay Sutra to my mother's wrist, her all ailments were gone within a day. And then till that day I didn't told my mother that this is Abhay Sutra, and it will protect you from occult and these things. And she was shocked that I believe, as a medical student, I am believing in such things. And she removed that and kept. And just the next day she was again having the same problem. After 2 days I forced her and tied the Abhay Sutra again once more. and again the problems were gone. So after 2 days she told me that it is because of our belief that something will not happen, so something will not happen, and if you believe that something will happen, something will happen. And again she removed that Abhay Sutra. Now I was not going to suggest her anything, because twice she herself had experienced what things were going on, and just within 2 days again all problems arose. And then she didn't talk to anyone. She just took the Abhay Sutra, tied to her wrist, and she was okay within couple of days. Until now there is no problem. So this was the story. Now here are some things to remember, that I am not promoting that health can be cured by tying some these sutras and all these things. But the things we have to accept, that when someone is trying such things upon you, medical conditions when aroused because of this kind of things, you can't just say that mera dil acha hai, means my mind is clear so everything will fine. No, you have to go by that side, you have to go by that way to get out of these things. There is no other way. There are many people who are mentally ill, physically ill, and medical field is just means giving them hope. Okay, you try this, you try this will happen, that will happen. So my perspective now as a medical student is that, so first, whenever such things happens, you must go by the medical way. You must first seek medical help, and do not believe in tantra, because tantra is nothing to believe. It is a practical thing. So first of all, get yourself involved in some kind of spiritual activity, just like inner engineering, Shambhavi Mahamudra. These things will not affect you. As Sadhguru says, one who is, as Gita also says, once you are rooted in yoga, nothing negative or tantra, occult things can touch you. But when you yourself are disturbed physically or mentally, just things can make you crazy, make you ill, and even it can cause death. So this was the story. And see, after many days I am talking English, so little bit of glitchy English is there, but it's fine, because in future, after some time, at least for a year or 2 years, after that I will be making videos in English or Hindi as possible. So this was the story, and best wishes for Navratri. May Bhairavi Devi help everyone to get out of ailments, and may every one progress in their life and contribute to the nation, to the world. That's what I pray to Devi. That's all for now. Namaskaram. Jai Bhairavi.